Girl, stop playing. Welcome back to another episode of the Girl Stop Playing podcast, where we encourage you to stop playing with your potential and start working for what you want in life and in love. Now, listen, I know that most of our past episodes have focused on relationship readiness, but your girl is all about helping you make the money and get the honey. So today's conversation is a super special Ask Co Show Business Edition. So we are talking about all things digital products, all things building your business, all things making that money, all things getting paid. And these are answers to your questions that you all submitted via Instagram at Coriel. Make sure you're following me at Coriel. Make sure you are following the show at Girl Stop Pod. And if you want to submit a question that you don't really want to put your business out there, you don't want me to say your name and your city, I created a form for you to be able to submit a question anonymously. So hit us up on Instagram at Girl Stop Pod. Click the link in the bio and you'll be able to submit your question. I am super excited that you are tuned in, but it's not just enough for you to watch, okay? I need for you to help YouTube put some respect on my name. And the way for you to do that is to be sure to like this episode, comment below with the question that you want me to answer on a future episode, and subscribe to the show so that every single time we are live or we upload a new resource for you, you'll be notified. So let's go ahead and get into it. Question number 1 comes from Carolyn in San Antonio. So Carolyn asks, how much time should I give myself to start making money in my business before trying something new? Carolyn, girl, this is such a great question, but I don't think people ask it enough. And even though I don't think people ask it enough, I don't quite think that there's necessarily like a cookie cutter answer for this. And there's probably not a cookie cutter answer for any of the questions we're going to go over tonight. And so please do your research. Do not let my word be law, okay? This is my opinion based on what I've been through, based on my experiences, based on the experiences of my clients, okay? One of the things that I know from having countless conversations with successful business owners is that sometimes your first payday can take quite some time. I can tell you that the business that put me on the map, the business that got me all of the notoriety, the business that was my most successful business, it took me over a year before I was profitable. Now, let me just let y'all in on a little secret, okay? There's a difference between like making money and actually being profitable. So I could host an event and I could sell some tickets, but if the event ticket sales did not cover the event costs, I made money, but I wasn't profitable. So it was over a year from the time I started the Single Wives Club to the time that I actually became profitable. And that is not uncommon. One of the things that I learned and continue to learn in my journey is that God has like a really funny way of really like testing me. He gets me together by often asking me like, how bad do you want it? You say you want this thing, but are you really willing to stick it out? Are you really willing to stick to your purpose even though you can't see the payoff? And so one of the things that I've also learned is that sometimes we are mistaking a God idea for a Graham idea. Okay, let me. I know I snapped some edges. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. I need for you to ask yourself, is this a God idea or is this a Graham idea? So did God drop this inspiration into your spirit and say, sis, this is what I need for you to do? Or did Instagram give you this inspiration for this good business idea that might make you some money? Because when you are sure that the source of this inspiration is coming from God, when you know that this project that you're working on is part of your purpose, then it's okay for you to pivot sometimes because your purpose remains the same even when your product or program or offer might change. So, long story short, I believe that when you are secure and confident in knowing that the idea that you have was inspired by God, it was gifted to you through God, then I believe you should stick to it. Like until spirit moves you to go in another direction, I say give it all you got. I hope that was helpful, Carolyn. All right, so question number 2 comes from Brittany in Washington, D.C. Brittany says, I want to get into the digital product space, but I am not sure how to start. What should I do first? So first of all, you are on the right track, Brittany, because digital products is where it's at. I love talking about making money. I'm a mastermind when it comes to making money. You can tell me what you do, and I can think of tons of things that you can do to monetize it. But when it comes to digital products, it's my absolute favorite because it's the way that you can unlock passive income, truly passive income, where you can do the work one time and get paid over and over and over. So if you are like Brittany and you are interested in getting started, the first thing that I want you to ask yourself, are you going to be developing your digital product from a place of experience or a place of education? All of us can develop a digital product, an information product from one of those two spaces. A lot of people, when they're getting into the space of developing a digital product or when they're creating a coaching program, they get caught up in imposter syndrome because they start to feel like, why would anybody pay me for this information? Why am I the person who should be teaching this information? Who am I to charge someone to teach them X, Y, and Z? And so I am here to confirm for you that if you have ever experienced anything, and if you've ever been educated on anything, you have something useful, something valuable that someone is willing to pay you for. So first of all, you want to assess that. And this is the thing with experience too. A lot of times we think that we can only create an info product telling people what to do, but this is a pro tip. You can make just as much money. You can offer just as much value, make just as much of an impact teaching people what not to do as you can teaching people what to do. So guess what, sis? If you've ever failed at something, you can make a fortune from it. Okay, so first thing I want you to ask yourself is, are you developing this digital product from your education or your expertise? And then if you're already in business, the next thing that you want to figure out is, what do your current customers need more of? Like, what's the next step in the journey? If you have a service-based business, what type of digital product can help extend the learning experience? If you have a physical product, you can absolutely create a digital product that complements it. So if you are just getting started in the digital product space, you definitely want to assess where you are building from, assess the audience that you currently have, and then it's literally super easy to get started, less than 24 hours or less. And if that's you, you're really ready to take action and get started, then definitely stick around to the end because I got a resource for you. All right, moving right along to question number 3 from Jaslyn in ATL. So Jaslyn says, do you recommend having physical books or should my first book be an ebook? Now, Jaslyn, I think that I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to this because I have both physical books and digital products. For someone who's just starting out, I would highly encourage that you get your feet wet with the digital products first because it's going to be quicker to get started. It's going to be much less of an investment of your funds. It's going to be much less of an investment of your time. And it's going to be a super easy way for you to continue to get paid passively versus a physical book where you have to worry about the investment of a lot of time up front, the publishing costs, the editing costs, the printing costs, fulfilling orders. There's a lot more that goes into printing and publishing a physical book. So if you're just getting started, I highly encourage you to develop your digital product because you can make just as much money and just as much of an impact and provide instant access with your ebook. All right, last question comes from Brianna in Louisville. Brianna says, this is a good question. And I think I already answered it. But Brianna says, if you were going to start over today, what kind of business would you start? So I just answered it for you, Brianna. If I was going to start over today, like I'm shutting everything down, starting over today, I would start with a digital product because I can develop a digital product right now within the next 30 minutes based on information that I already have in my head. What I need for y'all to know is that the key to your riches is being held up because you're hoarding information in your head. You have something, access to some type of information, some knowledge, some experience, some expertise that someone is willing to pay you for. So if you stop sabotaging yourself, recognize your greatness, Stop succumbing to the imposter syndrome and realize that you truly have value to offer. Then you too can develop a digital product, and not just an ebook, but I would encourage you to invest in developing a digital product suite, which is multiple digital products that allow you to consistently cash in and get paid every single day, which brings me to this resource that I'm so excited to share with you all, because April 10th through the 14th, I am hosting the 5-day Make More Money Challenge. Now listen, I don't know if y'all know about this, but there are entrepreneurs out there that are living paycheck to paycheck. It's not just employees that are living paycheck to paycheck. Entrepreneurs, we might say we're living client to client, contract to contract, gig to gig, job to job. But if you are not making money every single day, then I need for you right now to log on to the MakeMoreMoneyChallenge.com so that you can join me for 5 full days, 10 hours if you choose the VIP experience, 5 hours if you choose general admission. But I'm going to teach you how you can turn your dry business into a bank so that you can make money anytime you want. Literally going to teach you how to make everyday payday. So I'll clip the link in the show notes below. I hope that this was a helpful conversation for you. Make sure that you comment below with some questions that you would like me to answer on an upcoming episode of the Girl Stop Playin podcast. And if you have not subscribed yet, girl, stop playing. Girl, hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. This channel is all about encouraging you to stop playing with your potential and start working for what you want in life and in love. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when the next video drops. And comment below and let me know what you want to see on the next video. Peace out.